Okay, now we're going to do a multi-table query looking for, and the criteria will be based upon the coach's number. Now, since we also want to display the team name, as long as there's a foreign key and a key that links the team with the coach, we're okay. We also want to see the city name. So again, we have to make sure our relationships are properly set out. Now I'm going to do it to where the relationship is correct, and then I'm going to show you a quick one where the relationship is not correct, so if it happens to you, you will know why it's happening when you're creating queries. Okay? Now, so I'm basing it on coach number, so I have to put the coach number in there. But I really want to see the last name. Now, I don't have to put the links between the two in the display and then just not show them. It's already there. They are linked. So now I've got the coach name, I want the team name, and I want, if I can get my mouse to work here, the city name. And the criteria we have to use, remember, are relational operands or symbols. The greater than, the less than, the greater than or equal to, which would always have, oops, sorry, gotta find it, the less than or greater than first, and then the equal, the not equal, all the relative symbols. Now, if I were to want to use any of the functions that will work in a criteria, if I right click, then it will come up and allow me to build, or once I start typing here, if I type I, it's going to bring up everything under the I's. So I can say, if the coach number, if there's records that does not have one or is null, or some of the other functions that we really aren't going to be working on that much, but just to show you it's there. Again, here I want everything that is greater than, and let's just say 3. And I can still sort. I could even have another criteria over here. For instance, I could do a last name under the or, and that would mean that as long as this criteria exists or that criteria, then it would meet our demands. But I am again going to sort. Let's do descending this time. And I go down, and I don't have one right now, and it may be because my coach number doesn't meet my area. So you have to make sure that when you look at this information, does it exist? Coach number, well, it has to be something 3 or below. So on my criteria here, I've got to go to my design and say, nope, let's do greater than 2. And then go to the design. Here we go. I've only got 3s. If I said greater than 1, then I would, or equal to even, I would have more data. But we're sorted, and there's the other information. Now, if we look at the SQL code, again, this is a code you would have had to type. Now, Access does add a little bit more than or it can be written with less SQL code. For instance, it always puts the table name. If we're working with a single table, you don't have to put the table name. But anyway, that's how this works. And I'll go back to this part. Now, if for some reason one of these relationships, here's my left table and my right table, but look, it says only include rows from where the data in both tables are equal. If I delete it completely or select another one, you may wind up with a lot more data than you expect. Okay? Also, if the relationship itself is gone, you might wind up with a lot more data than what you expect, because that repeats the coach's information. You see all those threes? Well, there should have stopped up here. But the issue was, it took the last name and repeated for each record in last name. It completely put it with the number. So all of Smith, put it down. Then all of Jabbar, put it down. Notice that it is duplicated information. It's just that I didn't have a link between the two, so therefore it didn't know how to lay them out. Okay, there's the multi-table and a little bit on the relationship. That's pretty basic. We'll work on totalers and maybe just a little bit on some of the functions inside the next video I do for the end of week. That's it for now.